Awkward. I just realized I didn't fix the music so that you could hear it. So it's just been dead silence for the last few minutes. Sorry about that. Let me fix it. Let's open our sound settings. We're gonna manage sound devices. Oh man. I forget where we do this. Sound? Yeah, it is sound. Oh, app and volume. Yep. Oh, and this is why I wanted to do this in a different browser. Does it matter if I have Chrome output to? No, probably not. All right, we're going to have Chrome output to Voicemeeter. And hopefully now you can hear music. That's Alanna Sterling, as you can hear it. Just doing some housekeeping right now. We're going to hide those. But I think you can hear the music now. Hey, Cute Pie. Really good to see you. How are you doing? I'm just trying to make sure that we are streaming to the right place, because I just want to make sure that the stream is going to capture the music, which I think you can hear. So let's see if I'm doing this correctly. I think I did this wrong. In fact, give me a second. Still trying to fix it. Oopsies. Aux. There we go. Now, hopefully you can hear. Nope, you can't hear music now. Right? You can't hear music. You can only hear. You can only hear me talking. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to pause the music. Just doing some troubleshooting live online. No big deal. That never happens, huh? All right, let's try Spotify real quick. So at Spotify, you can hear that. Yeah. So that was correct. So you got the Voicemeeter aux. Can you hear music, Cute Pie? Help me out. Yes, you can hear music. Okay, so I think I had it on the right output. Just a little concerned. I want to make sure I get this right. Because I don't want to have a problem later when it comes to the stream audio. Okay, so I think I do want it to the aux. Drinking cider, excellent. Very nice. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to stop that because we're not going to actually play Spotify. What we're actually going to do is we're going to continue listening to YouTube. Today we're using a YouTube playlist. Turn the volume down a little bit so it's not so overpowering. How's that? How's that music level? Is it too loud compared to my voice? Because we just kind of want it in the background, right? We want it in the background. We don't necessarily want it to interfere with the speaking. Not that I'm so great compared to the music. All right, so I think we're going to get started. And today, I'm hoping this is right, otherwise I'm going to mess me up. Okay, today we're going to continue with the Colonial Viper build. We've made awesome progress. I left this here accidentally, but this is really meant to. This is the control panel for the. This is the control panel for the. There we go. Come on, focus. There we go. That's the control panel for the pilot. So we're going to put that in the cockpit right now. Let's just go ahead and do it. So what it's doing is it's replacing this part that's here. And so when you look inside, it's going to look like the pilot would be looking at a screen, which is really cool. So we're going to pop the canopy back on, kind of give that a little squeeze, not too hard. Down. It already came off. It's a bummer. How's your day been, Cute Pie? You said, I think we were chatting briefly before this. You said you took a nap. Okay, this is fighting me a little bit. This is a bummer. Don't need it to fight me. So we're going to do this. We're going to kind of put this in here gently. Hopefully not pop it off because it's a little bit of a pain. I might have to craggle it to get it to stay in place, which I don't want to do if I can avoid it. You know? There we go. I think that that's more or less in place. And now we're going to pop the rest of the top back on. Lovely. You had a rough night. I'm sorry to hear that. Going to have stormy weather all this week. You know, we're having stormy weather today and tomorrow. I mean, it's not the same as you guys, right? But hey, for California, it's a pretty good storm. All right, so now it's installed. Now the pilot, let's see if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that the pilot has his control panel in front of him, which is pretty cool. All right. And then we're going to get started with the build. So this is where we left off. This is the bag we'll be adding today. I'm glad to see you here, Cute Pie, even if you did have a rough night. Sorry to hear that. That is a bummer. We're gonna Lego ASMR that all on the table. Lots of little pieces. So this is gonna take us a little bit, for sure. Okay, we're gonna spread this out. Spread it out. Just spread a little bit. All right, and we're also gonna move this back a touch, just to give ourselves some room to like pick out pieces. All right, so let's find the pieces that we need to. And so for this particular step, I think we're going to be working on part of the side of the Viper. So we got some smooth pieces we'll be adding. We'll need a couple of these. It gets hot in your room. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. I'm sure you'll find a solution. And it's going to start cooling off at night, isn't it? It's going to start getting cold. Okay, we're going to need one of these pieces with, it's a 2x1 brick and it's got studs on the front. And then we're going to need some red pieces. It's always kind of cool to use these colored pieces. So let's grab the ones we need. We'll need one of those and a 1x1. We're going to kind of set stuff aside just that way. And then we're going to make a little sub-assembly, starting with this guy. Do I need 2 of those 1x1s? In fact, I need 4. So let's grab those. 2, 3. I misread that. 4. So because it was so hot, you had trouble sleeping, Cute Pie? Is that what happened? Yeah, Stormy and Argos say woof too. How is Icy today? Icy's good. Icy's good. Just kind of chilling. Yesterday we had a little bit of math studying, a little bit of relaxing. It's kind of a nice day. I think the music level's a little different between all these videos, so I'm going to be adjusting here and there. Ooh, that might be a little too much, huh? Let's turn it down a bit. And let's turn my headphones up a little bit. I think that makes more sense. Hey, let me know if the music level's too loud, Cute Pie. If if anything needs to change, let me know. Since we changed things around the way we listen to stuff, we're not using Spotify today. I don't know how things are going to sound, so let me know if anything needs to change. I appreciate your help. It's always nice to be able to have someone who I trust being able to help. All right. We're just adding pieces to the little subassembly we're making. And then we're going to add this bad boy. And I believe the way that we're adding it is like so. I'm not sure because there's a little bit of a lip here on the bottom, so I'm not sure if that's exactly the way I'm supposed to do it. But I think because it's showing that this lip is way over the red, I think that was correct. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to add the flat there. Beautiful. Okay. All right. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to add it to the other side, to this side of the Viper. So we're going to flip the whole thing around. Flip, flippity flip. All right. And what we're doing is we're going to put it here in the front. We're going to clip this bar to some hooks that are right here. These are some of the problem hooks that always pop out when I'm trying to assemble. So hopefully we won't have any problems there. There we go. That was easy peasy. And then we're going to add these parts on top to these two bricks here and these here. Hopefully things will be way more stable. That doesn't seem right, does it? Because it seems like what it's supposed to happen is these parts are supposed to, this part is supposed to clip onto that, but there's not enough space there. So I'm wondering what's going on there, because that seems like way out there. It doesn't seem right. I'm going to zoom in. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I'm going to pull this out. So what did I do wrong? So what's supposed to happen is this part's supposed to sit here, and then the other one's supposed to sit there. But there simply isn't enough room there. So did I do anything wrong? That is the question that needs to be answered here. Let me study this diagram and compare against what we've done. You've been watching movies with Mom today. Nice. What movies have you watched? Anything that I would find interesting? So what we have here is a brick, which is right. And then we have a clip here, which is right, and then a plate here, and then a clip here, and then another plate there, and then a little space, and then this, which is a brick. So in terms of spacing, I think it's correct. And if I look over here, we have a brick and a plate and a brick. So in terms of spacing, that looks right. But the way it's supposed to come together isn't, which troubles me. So this is kind of the first instance that we've had where this is kind of a problem. Okay, so let me pull this brick off. What And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip this in here as low as possible. Try not to break the whole thing. I don't know why it's not clipping in now. Oh, it's because this came apart. Okay, let me put this down. It's Hallmark Christmas movies. Oh, nice. It is time for, you know, those Christmas movies. I heard Danica Keller is in one of those, right? I do like those. It's always fun to watch. All right, let's see if we got this right this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip that as low as possible. There is actually more space now, so maybe it'll actually sit correctly. It does. Okay, so let's just use your error. I was doing the wrong thing. Big surprise, right? Beautiful. Okay, so that's seated correctly this time. And I'm hoping that it's going to keep those pieces captive now, because that was a real pain before. You can see we've added that here. It's looking good. Now I think we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to flip. And we're going to go to the next step and gather parts, which is going to be almost exactly the same, or really exactly the same as we had before. So we're going to need one of these pieces. We're going to need a couple of these. We're going to need 1x2 flat. 1x2 flat. There we go. We're going to need a 2x1 brick with the studs on front, which I don't expect should be too hard to find. There you go. Now we're going to need some red pieces, which luckily are pretty easy to spot. Hallmark Christmas movies. I love this song. My overlay here hasn't updated yet, but this is Mermaid Unicorn, Alana Sterling. Oh, I know it hasn't updated. Let's do that. There we go. It's going to update momentarily, but this is a beautiful song. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Just a little bit. I love how she plays the piano. She's playing a nice Baldwin piano in this one, too. All right, so let's put that subassembly together now that we've gathered all the parts that we need. And this time we're going to try to put it on correctly so we don't flip out. All right, so I'm orienting the piece correctly because it needs to be kind of the mirror image of what we just did. There we go. That way, this that way. See, got to put the pieces on correctly. Have you, I know you said you've been watching movies with Mom today. Have you caught any streams? Did you catch any of Danny's stream? Oh, it's being naughty. Let me see if I can put this on here. There we go. Just trying to make sure everything snaps in nicely. Otherwise, you get like bad tolerances and things go wrong. All right, so we got the piece on. Now we're going to clip it in. Again, I have to like pay attention and clip it in as low as possible. Give it a little shove down. And then we can snap these bad boys in. Beautiful. Nope, that's not in. Let me take a quick look. I feel like it's off. Yep, it sure is off a little bit. There we go. There we are. Now it's in. So we've added, we're starting to, as you can see, we're starting to build. By the way, what we're doing today is we're going to build a lot of this front section of the Viper out. So it's going to look really cool by the time we're done. Whoa, I zoomed way too far out. Okay, now we're going to make kind of a larger subassembly, and I think it's going to go on the side, maybe this side here and here. So I'm going to set this aside a little bit, and we're going to grab some parts. All right, so we're going to take this 1x12 brick, pretty cool brick. It's you don't see long bricks like this too often. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's halfway. And we're going to need a couple more red 1x1s. I'm going to put them right on the end. I'm going to take this 1x1 brick with the handle on the side. And I got to pay attention to the orientation now, because otherwise I'm going to mix myself up. There we are. And we're going to take, not that one, but one of these 1x1 bricks with a stud on the front, without the bar, obviously, facing that way. A couple more 1x1 plates. Hey, do you have a favorite Hallmark Christmas movie, Cute Pie? I'm curious. All right, and then we're going to take this extra tall 1x2 brick. Okay, and you can see what we're doing is we're building out some pieces where we're going to put some cosmetic stuff on the front, and then this side is going to clip into the Viper. All right, and we're using the red pieces to, to make sure that we understand that it's not to be seen later. You won't actually see these red parts. It's pretty cool. All right. I love Alanna Sterling, Mermaid Unicorn. She is such an amazing musician. So fun. And she's really genuine, right? So she's really honest about her journey, which I love. All right, and now we're going to add another one of these 1x1 bricks with the bar. Again, it's going to help us to clip onto the Viper. By the way, if you ever notice, oh, you're back. I didn't know you were gone. I've been talking to you, and I didn't realize you were gone. I was just asking what your favorite movie was. If you've caught any other streams. I know you said you've been watching movies with Mom today, but let me know. All right, so we're just kind of cruising along here, putting parts together. All right, and so what we've done is we built out this whole brick completely. You can see that it's got a couple of bars for the clips, and on this side, it's got a bunch of studs so that we can put cosmetic pieces on. Oh, well, it looks like we're going to put a larger plate. So this is a 2x10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is, and a 1x2 plate, and the 1x2 we're going to put here. And then the 1x10, we're going to put right behind it. Try not to break stuff off like I just did. Hey, Lee, it's going well. How's your Sunday? How's your Sunday? We're making good progress on the Viper. We've added a lot of cosmetic pieces. Today we're working on adding a lot of cosmetic stuff to the front of the Viper. So by the time we're done today, it'll be really cool. It'll look quite finished. Doing good. Glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. Did you do anything fun this weekend? I know you've been taking some time off streaming because of the house situation. Hope that's all going well and hope to see you back soon. Playing some Dota. Excellent. All right, so here's our part. And as I speculated, we're going to add some cosmetic parts to this front part here. So let's do that. We need a bunch of these little pieces that look like telephones. Ooh, nice. Hollow Week. I love it. I haven't, I've been thinking about like what I could do for Halloween. I'm not sure I'm actually going to do a Lego stream for that, but I think I might host a watch party, one of the Twitch Amazon watch parties, and we'll see what movie we do. See if we can find a good movie that's spoopy, not too scary, and watch it, and invite some folks. That'd be fun. All right. So you can see this is looking nicely curved. You can see here, got some nice curvature to it. By the way, Cute Pie and Lee McGee, if you ever see that the overlay isn't updating properly, let me know. This is a new playlist I've got going on YouTube, and sometimes the overlay doesn't update because it doesn't know for sure what the name of the artist or song is. So I need to like confirm that it is what it thinks it might be. All right, so now it's all cosmetic. You can see we don't have any exposed studs, which is pretty cool. This is one such case where it's not updating. There we are. And so I think what we're going to do now is we're going to take these clips and we're going to add it to the side. The question is what side? And it's going to indeed be this side. So it's going to line up these rods are going to line up with some clips that we have on the side here. You can kind of see where the gaps are. So let's go ahead and add that. Susan says, hello, awesome. Hey, well, when you talk to her, say hi to her for me. It has been forever since I've seen her. That popped in so nicely, you guys. And look how clean that looks. The side all the way back. So no exposed studs. And it's nice and cosmetic. Love it. Love it. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Beautiful. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So it'll be kind of a mirror image. We'll just gather studs as we go. Just got to pay attention to the orientation, right? Make sure I don't mess it up. Right. So I'm tempted to put it this way with the front stud facing me, but it's not supposed to go the other way like this. Do you have any, Lee, do you have any interesting surprises? By the way, Cute Pie, if you're not already following Lee, I think it's just you two at the moment. I'm not sure, but if you're not already following Lee, Cute Pie, he is a really fun. Let me give a shout out, regular shout out to Lee. He's an awesome gaming streamer. Plays some really fun games, and it sounds like he's got some surprises, which is awesome. Looking forward to it. I'll try to drop in. Yeah, I may do that. That's not a bad idea. I've got my little crew here of Lego characters. It's a little hard to see, but you can kind of see behind the Viper. They're all kind of hanging out back there. All right. Susan is coming to visit you soon. Excellent. If you're cosplaying, that would be funny. They actually do have those. They have like Lego costumes. There we are. Not sure I want to do that just for stream, but but that would be funny. All right, I'm trying to find this 2x1. I also got this colored mat. I was having trouble, a lot of trouble, finding black pieces against the because it has really low contrast with this black table that I'm on, and so I think this is going to help a lot. Trying to hunt pieces down. Just trying to make small tweaks and hopefully make the stream a little better. Right. All right. Look at that. I feel like this music level's just a touch high. Bring that down just a little bit. You know what? I should do that here, I should do that in the Streamlabs, not in the browser. There we go. She will be there next month, maybe. Cool. Cool. How long has it been since you've seen her, Cute Pie? There we are. Come on. Beautiful. And then we pop that on. And lastly, for this segment is one of the grays. So now you can see we've got, again, the back with 2 bars and the front with a bunch of studs. And now it's going to have us add a 2x10 here. Here? I feel like it's here. Yeah. Is it? Okay. Let me figure it out. It goes this way. So yes. Like you can tell where the well, I guess you can if you look closely, you see a little split line right there. Okay. Come on. You see a little split line right there where the 2x1 is supposed to go. Could be easier if it showed the other side, but you know. Let's see. Let's find that 2x1 though. It's just hidden in here. And that's going to go here. A long time. Yeah, I bet, Cute Pie. I bet. All right. Now we're going to take some of these tall curved pieces. We're going to take 3 of them. So it's going to be these guys. And they sit on top. I'm going to take 3 of those. Just got to find them. It's kind of a funny shape. Did I not grab? No, I did. So 2. It's kind of a funny shape, so I just like my eyes not spotting them right. There we go. And take a sip of coffee. A little coffee would be good. Yeah. All right. And we're going to continue building out the cosmetic portion of this by adding these telephone pieces. I'm going to add 10 of them. So really we're going to add all the way up to the 2x1. Just got to find them all. They're all like scattered around. I need 2 more. Unless I miscounted previously. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this because I know this goes on the end. That goes there. I'm feeling like maybe I failed to grab 2 of these. Maybe I miscounted. And so I might have to go grab them out of the bag. Nope. See, here's 1. Maybe I'm just being blind, which is quite like me, in fact. It's very like me. Let's see. Let's see if I might be missing one. Maybe I did miscount. Who knows? Watch it turn up like at the end once I grab it out of the bag. Right? Okay. I'm not seeing it here. Nope. It was here. See, I did sort correctly. Just my eyes. All right. All right. So now we finished building it out, and we're going to add it to the other side of the Viper. So I'm going to flip it around. There we are. And now we're going to add it here. Again, we see where the clips are that I kept popping off. And we're going to pop it in. Nicely toleranced. Whoa, I feel like something just popped off. I don't know what. Oh, I think I know what it was. I'll grab it in a sec. Won't impact our placement of this piece. There we go. There we are. And what popped off was this piece, and it popped off right here. It goes this way. There we are. So now we can see we've got the sides of the Viper built up. It's feeling kind of nice and beefy. Excellent. It's looking good. So if we look from the front view, now we need to continue filling out this part, huh? So looking good. And you feel confident enough to grab it from the sides like that now. Excellent. All right. And I think this is going to be part of the nose. So let's start work on that. I'm excited to work on this part. We need a 2x8, which is here. I'm going to shift stuff over a bit. We need a 2x2. And these came pre-assembled. I didn't assemble them, but it's these parts that hinge together and turn. And we're going to need 2 of these. Okay. And so what we're going to do is we're going to drop the 2x2 right in the center. And then it doesn't show exactly where they go, but I'm pretty sure they're offset from the edge of the plate by 1 stud, and the hinge is facing on the inside. So that's where we're going to put them. Okay, and you can see these hinge freely. Having soup for dinner or enchiladas, both good options. What kind of soup? Cute pie. Okay, we're going to attach these. Oop, pop that off accidentally. What's going on there? Okay, and now with that there, we can build a little triangle. Okay, kind of looks like that. And then we're going to need a couple more of those hinging pieces, so let's grab those. Lentil soup. Ooh, I love lentil soup. Okay. And what we're going to do is, if I'm looking at this correctly, let me zoom in a bit. So the hinged part, because it hinges, it's actually really hard to tell where it goes. Okay, I think the hinge is facing the inside again. No, that's not right. Hinge is facing the outside. And if I'm reading correctly, I think it goes here. It goes on this part. Instructions are a little vague. All right. So I think we're kind of like that. So I think that's right, roughly. And now we're going to take one of these special plates. It's this part, just like that. And the wedge part faces the outside. We're going to drop a 2x3 on top of that. Lovely. Then we're going to add some flats on that. And these are 1x8 flats. So we're going to turn them upside down and count, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need 2 of these, 4 of those, actually. Beautiful. And they're going to go here. I got to hold it because it doesn't want to take the pressure. It bows. It bows like that. Right. There we go. Nice little snap. Beautiful. There we go. All right. It's coming together. Okay, let's grab a 2x6 plate. We're going to put this right in the middle. And a pair of 1x2 flats that go on the outside. Now we're going to start adding crimson parts. These are partly going to be cosmetic. Should be interesting. The non-stud parts are going to be cosmetic. So we're going to grab a 1x2 and a 2x10, which is going to be this part. And these wedged parts are going to go here. Okay. So they clamp on there quite well. This is going to leave a 1 stud space, and we're going to capture it somehow. Is that too much? No, that's about right. So it's going to sit there. Right now it's free, right? We're going to see how we're going to capture it in the next step, I'm sure. And indeed, we're going to take some flats. So we're going to need a pair of crimson 1x2s. Let's grab all the parts. We're going to need a crimson 2 crimson 1x6s. These should be the 6. So yeah, they've got 5 studs. And a 4 1x8s. This is going to be all of them. The 1x2s go in the center and the back, and they start tying these pieces together. I already dropped that crimson 1x2. Okay, let's leave it off for a second. If I'm reading this correctly, the 1x6s are going to go here. Good. And then the 1x8s line up here. I'm going to put this set first. And then we're going to line it up. I'm going to put that 1x2 stud, or 1x2 plate, which is going to be captured by this flat. Beautiful. Maybe, if I can get it all to snap together. There we are. So now it's captive. Won't come out. Okay, just give it a good squeeze in the center without bending anything. So there you can see it's starting to be cosmetic. We just have a few small bits that are exposed. We're going to continue building that out. In the front, we're going to put a 2x4 flat, crimson. And then we have these special 4x1 bricks, curved. I'm going to put 2 of them in front. And so that's going to help guide that curvature of the nose like that. It's pretty cool. And now we're going to add some white pieces, specifically a pair of 1x1 plates flat, a pair of 1x6 plates flat. Just got to find them. and a pair of 1x8 flats. There we are. Okay, we're going to start with the 1x1s, which go here. I'm going to kind of angle it, need to angle it a bit. And then it looks like the 1x8s go next. So you can see we're eliminating most of the studs on the top surface. And lastly, 1x6s, and it leaves a 1 stud space in front, as shown in the diagram. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, on the inner side, it looks like we're reinforcing it a little bit with a pair of 1x12 plates. And we're going to reinforce it by putting these plates in between these hinged parts. There we are. Had a nice snap to it. Beautiful. All right, continuing to work on the underside. We're going to grab some curved parts. Specifically, we need 6 of these 2x4x1 bricks. You can see they have a little outcropping of studs. So we'll need 6 of those. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we'll need 6 of these that are similar but only 1 wide. So that's 6. All right. So let's take a look at how these are placed. And it looks like we'll start on this side closest to me. We put that there. Then we'll put a 1 wide, another long, another single, another long, and lastly another single. And so what that does is it gives us that nice curvature finished on the end like that. You can see. Pretty. All right, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side, symmetrically. This is music from one of the music streamers that I mod for. Her name is Kelly. Her Twitch name is Kelaska. Her musician name is Kelaska. And I love her music. It's just it's got a nice rhythm, nice beat. All right, we're going to continue working on the inner side. This time we're going to add a couple of these circular scuff pads. You can see they have some studs on one side, and it's kind of domed on the other. And I want to zoom in because I want to make sure I get this right. So if I'm seeing this right, we're going to put it here. And what's going to do is it's going to tie actually 4 pieces together, which makes a lot of sense. So that's in there nicely. And now we're going to add some wedged pieces. These are kind of upside down wedges. So you can see they don't have any studs on top. In fact, that's a hole for a stud. The studs are actually on the bottom. And we're going to need 4 of those. So I'm going to pick this up. And we put 2 in front. And 2 in the back. The wedges all facing forward. All facing forward that way. All right. we're going to add some 1x1 bricks to the rear ones. Again, upside down. Whoa, that came apart. That did not want to go in. All right, not too big a deal, but that was a little surprising. It didn't want to be added. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out and just try to add it manually like that, so I don't have to add so much pressure to the sub-assembly. All right. There we are. Better. Hopefully, don't break this one apart too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the wedge and try to add the brick in separately. There's pretty tight tolerance in there. And we're going to continue adding parts to the underside. First, it looks like we're going to build some sub-assemblies. We're going to build 2 of these. So let's grab all the parts that we need. We need a pair of 1x3 plates. We need a pair of 1x1 wedges. So wedges, like that. We're going to need 4 1x4 plates. We're going to need 2 1x6 plates. We need 2 of these special 1x2 plates with a wedge in front. A couple of 1x2 flats. And a couple of 1x3 flats. All right, so we have what we need. We're going to build 2 of these assemblies. I'm going to start with a 1x4. And we're going to drop a 1x6 on top of it. And then a pair of 1x3s. Nope. We're going to put a 1x3 on this end. And then a 1x4 on the other side. And what that's going to do is we're going to have an overhang of one stud. And then it looks like we put the flats on this side. So we're going to start with the 1x2 and then a 1x3. It's going to tie these pieces together. And then a 1x1 wedge facing this way and a free stud on that side. Then a 1x2 plate with a wedge in the front. Okay, and it wants to make 2 of those. So let's do that again. Starting with a 1x4, adding the 1x6. I'm assuming they're exactly the same. These are not like symmetrical. It's not symmetrical placement. It's exactly the same. Beautiful. Then flats. The wedge facing forward and the wedge in the front. So now we have 2 of those assemblies. And we're going to drop them on here. Should be interesting. Beautiful. All right, so that went on pretty good, but obviously these are a little wobbly because they're just hanging out in space. They're not attached to anything yet. So I assume we'll take care of that in an upcoming step. Grab a pair of these 1x1 flats, a pair of 1x4 flats, four of these 1x4. This bag actually went pretty quickly. I'm a little surprised, but here we are. There we go, and a pair of 1x8s. We're going to make a sub-assembly. For this one, again, we're going to make 2 of the same exact sub-assemblies. grab a pair of 1x4s right on top of each other. You're having enchiladas. Lovely. I love that. And then we're going to take some flats. There we go. So we're going to make a couple of these assemblies. I love Alanna Sterling. She's such a fun artist to listen to, and has such varied type of music. She does lots of different genres. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to tie these together, so it'll be fairly solid. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by attaching it to the long parts, and then we're going to attach it to the back, like that, and like that. And then we're going to give it a nice squeeze to make sure everything's nice and tight, because you can see there's some gaps. Yeah, that just came off. Got to be careful how I push. This came off too. See, that came off. Oh, the whole thing came off. Okay, let's try that again. Come on, snap in. There we go. Goodness gracious, sakes alive. There we go. No sudden moves. It's on there now. Beautiful. All right, now we're going to take all the yellow pieces we have, which is 3 of them, and we're going to add them to the front. Starting with the 2x3, which is going to go right here. And then the 1x2 goes right in the center of that. And the 2x4 in front. Fiddle attach. There we go. So we can see I have a stud, 1x2 stud sticking out in front. And we're going to cap that with a white piece, just like that. And now we're going to drop it on the front of the Viper. I'm super excited about this part. A little nervous about it. All right, I'm going to move this off to the side. Pull this towards me. All right. I'm a little nervous about adding these. What I'm going to do also is I'm going to position these little parts just so that they are lined up nicely before I cap them. So I'm just going to drop this in roughly how it's going to go, and then we're going to try to squeeze it down. There we are. Okay, so I think it's sitting more or less where it's going to go. I haven't squeezed it down yet, but you can already see that it's finishing off the top of the Viper quite well. Here it goes. I'm a little scared. Okay, the front snapped in really nicely. This back needs to snap in. That snapped in pretty nicely with very few problems. Just giving it a light squeeze at the contact points. Yeah, that wasn't down all the way. I think it is now, though. So the front of the Viper, now finished. Let me turn it so you can see it on the side cam. I'm going to angle this up a little bit. So that's looking really cool, right? Give you a little bit of a 3/4 view. And then up here in the side, you can see There's some like little exposed pieces, little exposed internal parts, and that's how it's going to stay, which is really cool. You can see a little bit of the internals. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, and now I think we're going to finish off some of the front of the Viper. Here, you can see we have some exposed studs. And we have these parts to help finish that off. There we are. Make sure those are seated nicely. Very good. Man, I love how this is coming together. I'm excited. I'm excited about this, honestly. All right, now we're going to put together some of these front nose cone parts that still have exposed studs, including the shield that we're going to add a really cool sticker to. I'm going to give you a preview of the stickers. We're not going to add them today, but so this is the sticker sheet, and so we'll be adding these stickers. So you can see the one with the Viper logo on it. It's pretty cool. So eventually that's going to go right on there like that on the front, obviously. But I'm excited about that. Yeah, man, it's coming along really well. I'm excited about today's progress. It's helping it to feel more finished. So I cannot wait until this is done, and not because it's been a bad build, just because it's so cool. I want to see what it looks like when it's finished. You know? All right. All right, so you probably can't see that so well. Let me see. It's not going to cause any problems, I don't think, if I turn this on its side a bit. I think it'll be okay. Famous last words, right? Famous last words. All right, I am going to put it back on its base. All I did is I just popped a couple of these pieces off their studs in the front. They probably don't have a ton of support back here. And what I did was a little wrong. It's supposed to be offset by another stud. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this piece in here to help guide me. And then what I'm doing is I'm holding it here with my thumb to try to keep it from popping off in front. Because when I apply pressure here, it kind of like rocks back. And lastly, this piece here. Let's cover most of those internals on this side. Okay, that is on there. Beautiful. And then I'm going to drop the crest where that sticker is going to go right here. Oh boy. There's not a lot of support back there, so I don't like the way that that's attaching. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to pre-attach these parts. There we are. I think that's going to go better. Definitely better. Okay. All right, so now finished with the crest on the side. We're going to have that sticker. Very cool. And I imagine we'll be doing the same thing on the other side. So we're just going to zoom it in, flip the Viper over gently. All right. We're going to take not that part, but these parts and the shield that goes on the opposite side. I'm just going to apply the shield right now and just attach this whole piece as one. All right. Yep, you can see it's doing the same thing. It's trying to rock back on me, so I'm holding it in place with my thumb. And then we're going to attach these guys. Beautiful. All right, so that's done. So you can see from the top, fairly well finished. We still have some exposed studs. I imagine we'll probably do something about that. But from the side, it's coming together really well. No more exposed studs on the side surface. None on the front here. We still have a little bit back by the landing gear. A couple up front. That might be left raw. I don't know. We'll see. I'm liking it. All right. As I imagined, we're going to take a couple of 1x3s and cover up these studs that are exposed. There we are. Oop, come on. Beautiful. There we are. And, oh, looks like we're going to work a little bit on the back. Let me flip it around so the side camera can get a better look. Beautiful. I still need to work, do some work on the canopy. The canopy is supposed to pop up and then slide forward, but it's pretty stuck on the rails right now. So I need to, I'm literally going to take like an X-Acto knife and just kind of shave away a bit of the rail system to allow it to move forward and back. Just a little bit of customizing. And hopefully I'll have that ready for the next stream. I'm going to take a couple of bricks and try to put them in the right place. So I'm going to zoom in. I think what we're doing is we're literally going to place them right here. Right. I just popped a piece off. That's okay. I'll fix that in a second. I support it with my hand. Beautiful. Very good. And let's fix that. So what I popped off was part of the, like this engine, and it's a little loosey-goosey, especially when you put pressure on it, like that. It was waiting to come apart in my hands. Come on. Okay. I'm going to leave this upside down for a second. I think it'll be all right. Yeah, it's in good shape. I'm going to reattach this nicely. And we're going to do that by popping this wedge on. Of course, I did it incorrectly. It's supposed to actually go here. That's much better. There we are. Beautiful. Now we'll flip it back the right side up and see how we're going to finish, because we only have a few more parts, like 5 more parts, literally. Okay, we're going to drop a couple of these red connector rods into the brick we just seated. And then we're going to take our last 3 parts for today. I'm going to basically start building right side up. So the 2x2 brick, or 2x4 bricks, and then a 2x4 plate right on top. And it's going to sit right on top. It's still pretty loose, but I think it's just more for location and placement. Oh boy. I lost the other red piece. It's in the build somewhere. Yeah, I can hear it rattling. Where did you go, man? I should not have done that. All right, let's put the landing gear down. Maybe that'll help. There it is. I see it rolling. Let's see if I can. There we go. That was silly. That was a rookie mistake on my part. But anyways, yeah, this brick is going to be loose until we capture it somehow later. But for now, as long as we don't turn the ship upside down, it's all good. And so we've completed a good chunk of the Viper today, y'all. Hey, VR Gamer for Life. The canopy was a little crazy. This, honestly, I purchased the whole MOC brick assembly from a website called Vonado, and it came from China. So none of these are like genuine Lego bricks. It was reasonable considering the number of parts. It's like it's more than 2,600 parts in all, and it cost it was about $125. So pretty good considering the number of pieces and how cool and finished it looks. I appreciate you coming in, VR Gamer. Sorry you came in like just as like we're wrapping up for today, anyways. But we made really good progress, finishing out really the whole side and front of the Viper. There we go. Look at that. Good. I did actually get a couple of like genuine Lego parts. I purchased them. I just popped one of them off. I purchased them because I wanted the cockpit piece for the inside, and it uses a chromed lightsaber hilt on the inside for the joystick. So I did purchase a couple of genuine Lego parts just to kind of finish it nicely. But for the most part, it's Chinese bricks. Yeah, so I think we're going to wrap it up here for today. And we're going to go on a raid. I think we have a friend on, a music friend from our playlist. Let me double check that she's on. And she's indeed. We're going to visit the amazing Alanna Matty. Let me put on one of her songs so you can get a feel. Really chill music. Plays some keyboard, plays some guitar. Let's see. Let's put on. Oh, I don't like this way this is organized. You put on a little bit of. That's not what I wanted to do. Streaming music. There we are. So let's put on this song. I think this will give you a good feel for what she does. Thanks everybody for coming. Gonna ring up Lego and tell them to make it harder to build next time. Tell me about it, Lee. It's been a complicated build. Definitely not a build for kids, right? So somebody under like 12 probably wouldn't have the patience to build this properly. But I'm loving this for sure. So let's go rating. We're going to visit my friend Alanna Matty. Hey, Linnea, so good to see you. Let me give my friend Linnea Wallen Arts a shout out. She is an amazing artist. She's creating our emotes for the channel, and she's doing an amazing job. Let me give her a super shout out. And so if you ever have any emote needs, just give her a ping and let her know. She may be able to help you out. We're gonna. Sorry, you came right as we were following up. As we were wrapping up, we're gonna go visit Alanna Matty. So let's drop our raid call. I did update it with one of Linnea's emotes. More are coming. And don't forget when we get to the destination, go ahead and click on Alanna's name and then click on it again, and that's going to help us get past the whole Twitch raid forwarding and help her get her view count. So all of her stuff, all of her statistics show that she's got people there. So let's go visit her. We're gonna raid, if I can spell correctly, Alanna Matty. Fantastic. So everybody copy that raid call, just like Lee. I think I copied it myself. I did indeed. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for stopping by. I always appreciate you stopping in, even if you're just lurking, even if you can't talk, even if you're just here to listen to the chill music. It's always good to have you here. So thank you, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.